Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Thursday. This is our collab with Miss Nikki from Happy Halls. I am so glad that you're here. Any new visitors, thank you for being here. I hope you'll stick around. If you like my content, please consider leaving a like, maybe even a comment. Let me know what you liked or even what you didn't like. That's okay. To my existing viewers, I thank you so very much for coming back. You know how much I love and appreciate you. You all are invaluable to me. My name is Shelly. This is a Captivated Gem. Over here we do collabs, we do try-ons, we do reviews, we do unboxings, we do just any old thing. Pretty soon I'm planning on introducing some vlogging, and I don't know if I'll start a separate channel for that or if I'll keep it on this one. I really don't want to get my channel clogged up with too many different things. But I tell you what, you let me know. That'll help me out even a whole big bunch more. Okay, so this week's collab, Miss Nikki and I are doing. I sneezed right before I started filming, so I apologize if I have the sniffles. That's just a story of my life. We are doing the Gold Blooded palette. And if you haven't seen it, it's a beauty. And I don't hardly ever, it's got a mirror. But this is the palette. And I don't dig into it as much as I thought I would when I got it. When I look at this palette, I think more of autumn anyway. So that might be why. Although there are actually some very pretty summer colors in here. You know, I guess what it is I get a little overwhelmed from time to time. I'm going to have to do a declutter eventually because I've got palettes that are expired or expiring. Not ever will I get rid of a Jeffree Star palette. But some other palettes that I have, I think I could probably let go of. But maybe that'll be a vlog channel thing. Or a vlog, that would be one of the vlog videos. We'll just find out together. How about that? Let me grab a tissue real quick and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I think the last time I got into this palette was the last video I made when I first got it. That's kind of sad, really. But anyway, we're here now, and so let's just dive in. I won't bore you with all the names, just because I think that would just take up too much time. I'll tell you the name of the pan that I'm going into, and then you've already seen the palette. This the mirror is on the top, so I'm going from the bottom up. I'm going to start with this one, and then I'm going to work my way around, probably into somewhere in here. So, and I'll try to list off the colors that I use as I use them, and maybe that'll make this a little more smooth. And I haven't done any blush or any highlighter yet because I like to wait until the end to see kind of what blush I have that might go well with this. Now, I was going to use one of his liquid blushes, but they're both kind of in the more peachy-ish range, and this palette doesn't, at least to me, scream peach. So I didn't use them. And I thought about using one I got from ColourPop, but by the time I thought about it, or actually by the time it caught my eye, I'd already put powder and stuff on, and it's like, well, that's out the door, so, oh well. All right, so let's dive in. Let me bring my brushes over here that I would like to use. Fair warning, I am most likely going to use at least one of those lip liners that I got from Juvia's place, but I will be using a Jeffree Star lipstick. So, and this is Inspiration. She's very pale. That's what she looks like on the brush. Just a really pale, nice color to just add a base. Guys, let me know okay, I did a video just a short time back that I just did one eye on camera and I did the other eye off camera. Do you like that style better of doing one eye completely and letting you see what it looks like and then coming back on camera and have the other eye done plus the liner, mascara, lips, you know, the works? Let me know what you prefer, because honestly I want to give you what you want to watch. So if you would be so kind, I would really appreciate that. That really helps me a lot. Your input is invaluable to me. Yeah, see this hardly, it has some color, but not just a whole lot, but it does give you something to build on, which is exactly why I do this. Not everybody does their makeup the same way, but this is how I do mine. It helps me. It gives me a guide. And no, I still have not gotten any of those tape things. I know, I need to. Okay, so we've got the base laid down, and let's see where we want to go from here. I think I'm going to go with Internet Royalty, Jeffree. Let me get a little bit smaller of a brush for that. Let me get a much smaller brush for that. There we go. That's the one I want. I dropped a brush. Internet Royalty going in. And that's what she looks like on the brush. Let's see what we can do here. See, with his colors, this is why I go in with a very light touch, because my gosh, his colors pack a punch. I've got one of these pans. Nikki calls it a swish. And I think it's time to bust out the swish. Okay. There we go. What it is it's a brush cleaning, like this. It's a sponge basically. Okay. Now let's just blend that out a little bit. Because that's very intense. Let's put it on so we can take it off. Is that patchy or is that just me? That's me. just fill that in just a little bit. Okay. That'll work. What did I just do? Hold on a minute. I gotta clean up a mess. Okay. Sorry about that. Now we will go and do the same thing, hopefully without making a mess, on the other eye. This is the one I'm always concerned about because I can't see exactly what I'm doing. I notice that when I'm doing my editing, I do my own editing, and I notice sometimes in my editing where I think that my left eye isn't getting enough color, and then I go into editing and I realize that I put too much on it because I just can't see it. I'm slowly getting a little bit better about that. I guess as with all things, it just takes time. And believe it or not, I'm trying not to rely on this magnifier so much because I don't know that it's necessarily a help, but I do need a mirror to see that side, and a regular one just doesn't cut it. Maybe one with a little less magnification would help. I don't know. I got this at Costco about a year ago, and it, there's no choices as to what level of magnification you get. Okay. I think I'm even. And when I blend everything out, obviously it will become a little bit more cohesive. So, I'm trying to scoot up in my chair, making the camera shake. All right, using this same brush, I'm going to go in with Fire Phoenix. And that's that real, like, almost ruby color. Look, I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. Creature of habit. This is, when I did my first video with this palette, I said that shade right there was the reason, most likely the reason I bought the whole palette. Or versus part of it is the reason I bought the palette. Shelly. And we're going to deepen right through here. You guys, I'm going to start leaving my social media contacts in my video description. I'm not on Instagram a lot, although I know that I need to be more on it, and I'm going to. It's a work in progress for me, and I want to start making shorts here on YouTube, and I also want to get more involved with TikTok. And I am on Facebook. And I'm going to leave, and I'm on X, although I don't use that much. I have different purposes for X. But I am there. So this is so pretty. It goes so well with that pinky tone. That's really, really pretty. And then I'm going to also leave an email in my description as well for my business inquiries and such, or if anybody wants to reach out to me, I will also leave an email as well. That's really pretty. Those colors go really well together. Okay. Now this is one of those times when I'm trying to decide if this side is as deep as this side. I honestly can't tell, but I'm going to say yes. And now I'm going to run this down my, I'm not going to do a full line with it, but I'm going to run it down just a little. And I already kind of did on this side, so. Okay. Oh, wait. I need to bring that up just a little bit more over here. Just a little bit. Nothing too dramatic. Pardon me if this mirror gets... Okay, no, it didn't. Okay. Much better. Clean my brushes off. Now what did I drop? Okay. Now I think to go across the lids, I want to go into well, let me see. Do I want to do Vincent Van Gold? Or do I want to do Gold Blooded? Ooh. Or Living Legend? I think Living Legend. But I do so want to use this Gold Blooded. I mean, that's the name of the palette. Okay, I think I'm going to have to blend them. I don't know how to do a cut crease, but I'm going to figure something out. Because I really want to use this Gold Blooded, but that Living Legend is everything. All right, Gold Blooded. Let me see. I have an idea. Not with that brush. Where's my flat? Okay. Oh, here we go. Yep. So this, I don't know. This will do. The Gold Blooded, I'm going to put as a line. A fat line. It's just too pretty not to use. I have to use it. Gold Blooded. I think that was a smart decision. And then we'll just flip this over. I love these dual-ended brushes. And we're going to go in with Living Legend. This is a stunning color. Yeah, that was the right choice. Very happy with that. You know, I might even go with my finger on that. Yeah, I like that better. Now I'll use the brush to neaten it up. Yep. And then we'll just neaten her right on up with the brush. That is so pretty. Boy, these colors just go together like a dream. Very pretty. I want to add just a little bit more of that pinky touch right up here. Maybe I'll go in with this Queen Supreme. She's pink. Won't need much. Yeah, just a little. Right up top there. If that was a shimmer, I think it would be a little better, but that's okay. That's okay. Because I'm going to add a shimmer here in just a second. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to bring that Living Legend up just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then I'm going to go in with Star Decadence to go up this way. Jeffree. Let's see. Don't fall down. Star Decadence. And that's a shimmer. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, that brings it together real nice, and that does add just enough shimmer over here in the pinks to help them, well, shine. Yeah, I like that. And you know, I think just for an added little touch, I'm going to use one of his toppers, and this is crystal crystal joint, of course. And that's this one. Get this off my finger so I don't mix it into that color. All right. Crystal joint. Yeah. Just to give a little extra sparkle, a little extra shine. All right, so I'm going to go off camera, do my liner, my mascara, and I'm going to do my lips, and we'll come back. Oh, and the blush I'm using, I'm actually using the NYX Buttermilk blush, and you know butter. I'll go ahead and put that on, as I was kind of waiting to see what everything was going to look like before I did anything else, if that makes any sense. I wanted to just see. And this, you know, butter, it's got a nice little shimmer to it that I really enjoy. So we'll just put that on. And I think that, yeah, I think that goes real pretty with what with the colors that I chose out of this palette. I'm so excited to see what Nikki does. I always look forward to what Nikki does. She gets so creative. So, so, so creative. All right. And there we go. We are blushed. All right. And I'll be right back with everything else. All right, guys, and here we are. I finished everything up, blended it out a little bit. I added some of that raspberry color liner just a little bit up here and on my upper waterline, just because I like that color so much. And then, of course, that Thrive Cosmetics that I've been raving about is on my bottom line. And then the Maybelline Bubble Lash mascara is on my lashes. And then for the lips, I used the Wine Juvia's Place liner. You can see that color there. And then I used, let's see, Cutthroat Life. You know him and his names. Oh, Cutthroat Love. I used a little bit of that, a little bit of pink cotton, which you can't find anymore, and this is dried out. I gotta revive that with something. I think you can use Vaseline, but I can't swear by that. But there's something you can use to kind of bring that color back to life. And then over just in the center to kind of just give it a little bit of an ombre, I used a little touch of Ryland. So yeah, that's everything. Oh, you know what I did not do? I did not use any highlighter. What was I thinking? Let's use this NYX Buttermelt highlighter. I guess I could use one of his, but this was handy, so we'll just toss this, a little bit of this on here, just to make everything complete. I always like to do a little bit up here, just, I don't even know why, I just like to hit the nose and the Cupid's bow, and yeah, there we go. Now we're all highlighted. Now everything's finished. All right, guys, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, once again, please consider giving me a like, a thumbs up, comment. If you like my content and want to see more of it, please subscribe. I try to put out interesting content. I've got some unboxings coming up. I'm going to do some more work with that Life's a Celebration. I'm definitely going to play some more with that Juvia's Place palette. So we do have a whole lot coming up. So with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, morning, night, evening, whatever time you're in, whatever you may be doing. I hope you're doing it with love. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.